Hello everybody, welcome to episode 1 of my brand new series called Gaming Creepypasta Stories. Now I want to introduce what this is going to be all about. So this is going to be a series where I will cover gaming related creepypastas and other creepy stuff in gaming. So anyway, in this first episode of Gaming Creepypasta Stories, I'm going to be telling you the story of Pokemon Creepy Black. And just in case you don't know about this is a supposed Pokemon Game Boy cartridge where you're in control of killing Pokemon and their trainers. Yeah, seriously, no joke. Now, the story of this mainly starts out with a simple person who is a collector for bootleg Pokemon games. So one day the player bought a strange Pokemon cartridge from a flea market. This cartridge was a basic Pokemon Game Boy cartridge, but this one was all black with only the Pokemon title. Also, there was no version title underneath the logo, however. Upon starting up the game, it started out with the normal intro from Pokemon Red and Blue, which was the battle with Gengar and Nidorino. When the title screen then came up, it was altered a bit. Red was there as normal, but the Pokemon that was beside him did not scroll at all. Also, instead of saying Pokemon Red version on top, it said Pokemon Black version. As the player played through the game a bit, and after receiving their starter Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, the player had obtained another Pokemon, called Ghost. It was basically the same Ghost you encounter in Lavender Town. Ghost was level 1 and he only had one attack, Curse. Curse is actually an official move from the series which is used in Pokemon games today, and debuted in Generation 2. But it wasn't in Generation 1 at all, which obviously meant that the move was hacked into the game. Whenever Curse was used against a Pokemon, mostly a trainer's one, the screen would cut to black and the cry of the Pokemon would be heard from the game, except it would be distorted. And whenever the Pokemon was gone, the part where it shows how many Pokemon the trainer had would be decreased by 1, meaning that the Pokemon died. Once the battle was over, it would say that Red had received $200 for winning, and after that, the trainer would appear on screen and it will give you the battle commands again. If you selected Run, it would just end the battle as normal in the official games. If you chose the Fight option, you would use Curse on your opponent. And once the player returned to the overworld screen, the spot where the trainer once stood would be replaced with a tombstone, the ones that are from the Pokemon Tower in Lavender Town. The move Curse was not usable at all against other Ghost Pokemon, and with their rival in Giovanni, but until the final battle. The player then knew the gimmick of the game, allowing you to use the Ghost Pokemon that you couldn't catch at all, and because Curse made the game much easier, the player pretty much used it throughout the whole game. However, things began to change once the player defeated the Elite Four. After viewing the Hall of Fame, the game would cut to black, and a box appears with the words, "Many years later." It then cuts to Lavender Town and an old man was standing there looking at tombstones. The player realized that this man was his character. The man only moved half the normal speed that you usually walk. Also, you didn't have any Pokemon with you anymore, especially Ghosts, which you couldn't get rid of at all, such as you couldn't put him into a PC or anything. The overworld was completely empty at this point, but there were still the tombstones of the trainers that the player used Curse on, though. You could go anywhere in the overworld at this point, though your movement was very limited. And no matter where you went, the music from Lavender Town would basically play in an infinite loop. Upon the player reaching Pallet Town and entering their home, the screen cuts to black yet again, but this time the sprites of Pokemon and trainers would begin to appear, and the player noticed that as the others progressed, they were all the characters that the player used Curse on. While this was happening, the Lavender Town theme was playing through the whole thing, and by the time we reached the end, it was only Demonic Rumble. And then the game would cut to black again, and a few moments later, the battle screen appeared. Your trainer sprite was of the old man that teaches you how to catch Pokemon in Viridian City, and your opponent was Ghost, along with the text at the bottom saying, "Ghost wants to fight." Of course, since you had no Pokemon, no items, and the fact you couldn't run at all, your only option was to fight. Upon selecting Fight, you would perform Struggle, which didn't affect Ghost but took away your own HP. But whenever it was Ghost's turn to attack, he would only say ... Eventually, when your HP reached a critical point, Ghost would use Curse on you, and then the game goes to black for the last time. No matter what buttons you pressed, you were stuck on that screen, so you had no choice but to reset the game. And when you reach the final select screen, new game would be your only option, which meant that the game would erase your file. Also, it mostly meant that ghosts had killed you. So anyway, that's basically the story of Pokemon Creepy Black. Now it's time to give you my final thoughts on it. First of all, I like how this creepypasta was explained, and the story itself was pretty fascinating. Now here's a question you're probably asking yourself. Is this real? I think the story is not true, like most creepypastas out there. You know, it's your opinion as well if you think the story is true or false. But like I said, I think the story is fake because the person clearly stated in the creepypasta that he lost the cartridge so he can't provide us with screen caps. So because of that, I obviously think that it doesn't exist. Because without any screenshots or anything from the author, I'll have to conclude that it is false. This creepypasta is a really popular story that people still refer to today, and there is a fan-made game for those of you who want to check it out. It's based off the story and it matches what's happening very well. Link will be in the description if you want to play the game, but you know what? That's all I really have to say for myself for this. But either way, this has been the first episode of Gaming Creepypasta Stories. I don't have much else to say, so anyway, thanks for listening to the story. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe for more episodes if you all want me to do more. So yeah. Also, make sure to tune in next time where I'll be covering Herobrine from Minecraft. See you all next week. Bye.